Hello, welcome to GOT, Good Old Tech. I'm Mark. This summer we've got two titans going to battle, Samsung and Google. Who's going to win that battle of the fold? Let's talk about it. So a lot of my viewers are saying the Samsung Fold is boring next to the Pixel Fold. They're not wrong. We're going to cover specs on each phone, the Fold and the Samsung Z Fold 4 and the 5, and see which one comes out better than the other. Some interesting facts between the two of them. One is a titan in OS. In other words, we know that Google made the Android software, and they're the ones that really specialize in that, and they should be able to customize very well for their own operating system. Whereas Samsung, on the other hand, they borrow the system from Android. Actually, they pay them to use it, but they are masters at Fold. Now, Samsung, they're on their 5th generation Fold. Who do you think knows the business a little better, Samsung or Google? Google being on their 1st gen phone. Samsung has also spent a lot of time specializing their software to go with the Fold phones. So they've got their overlay that will give us a lot of extra features that you're not going to find in a Google Pixel. However, Google Pixel, on the other hand, has the Pixel name and the Pixel hardware to go with it, such as the cameras. So the cameras maybe have a slighter edge over the Samsung. And then there's that inside camera. On the Samsung Fold, it's not all that great. It gives pretty poor quality if you're going to use it for anything other than video conferencing. Now, on the Pixel Fold, that camera is going to be a much higher resolution. Because it's not hidden behind the screen and it's actually on the bezel, we should be able to look forward to great resolution out of that camera and good video quality. The Pixel Fold brings a whole new form factor for us all, and especially that front screen being as large as it is. I'm looking forward to that. Now let's compare screens. Both screens claim to be 7.6 inches. How could that be, since when you turn the Samsung to its side and match them up, the Google Pixel Fold is actually still a little taller. But because of the bezel around the screen on the Pixel Fold, the actual screen image is the same size, 7.6 inches. And when we look at the external screen on the Samsung, it's a 6.2 inch screen, but it's tall and narrow, so it's really difficult to type. Take it from me with these fat fingers. But with the Pixel Fold, it's quite a bit wider. It's going to be a 5.8 inch screen, which sounds smaller. However, because it's wider, it gives you a lot more usability with all the extra space. And when you look at the specs, the Pixel Fold is going to be a little bit brighter, say outdoors, so it might be a little more visible outdoors than the Samsung. But who knows? It's not going to be a whole lot, so you can barely notice that. And then there's the thickness of the phone. Even the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is supposed to be thinner and have that better hinge so that it doesn't have that extra thickness. It's still going to be much thicker than the Pixel Fold, so the thinness goes to the Pixel Fold, and I really like that idea about it being thin. Both devices, if you fold them, they have a kickstand themselves. However, the Pixel Fold wins in that category too. When you fold it, it's got a much larger screen and display to use for team meetings or video conferencing or watching a video while you type or browse. Much better to see that on two larger screens than on that narrow screen on the Samsung Fold. Operating system, we know they're both going to have Android. The Pixel Fold is going to come out with 13. Samsung's going to also have 13, so it's going to be very compatible on the two of them. The difference is Samsung having their overlay of their Samsung UI, their software. Some of the specific software differences right now, Samsung has a sidebar that comes out. It's very useful. You can put apps on it. You can actually pair apps. When Pixel comes out, it's not going to be able to pair apps right away. Apparently, that's going to be an update down the road. Some competing software is going to be the photo stuff. In other words, how to grab an image out of a photo and move it to another image, crop easily. Both of these devices should be able to do that really nicely. I can show you an example on the Samsung, and I can only assume that the Pixel is going to be similar or maybe even better. We'll have to find out. Now let's talk about price. It's unbelievable that they're both coming out the same price, $17.99. That's crazy. Now, if you want to save a little money, don't go for the Z Fold 5. Get the Z Fold 4. You can get it for a lot less, about half price. Now, of course, if you want the most current hardware, you got to go for the Pixel Fold. But if you wait, go for the Z Fold 5, that'll even be more current. And who's going to top who? We don't really know at the moment, other than just looking at spec. Thank you for tuning in and staying with me. Let me know down in the comments, which phone are you waiting on? Are you going to go for the Pixel Fold, or are you going to wait on the Z Fold 5? Or are you going to save some money and buy the Z Fold 4? Or is there something completely, totally different that you're going to look for? Because there are some more folds coming out down the road. Hopefully you got something out of this video, even if it was just entertainment. Please let me know down below by liking and subscribing to this video. If you've never tried a foldable, or you haven't never done any research on one, you got to try it. Thanks for tuning in, and God bless.
experience.